Alright, welcome everybody. How we all doing? Hope you're all well. Doing pretty okay today. You're a little sick, Nightwolf? I'm sorry. I've been a little sick myself the last few days. Been a little stuffy, a little headachy. But other than that, been doing well. It's a little smoky in here because I'm seasoning some cast iron currently, so it's a little smoky in my apartment at the moment. I got the ventilation going as best I can. Hey, Yip Yip, how you doing? So yeah, we're hanging in. I do have a hat. Do you like it? I decided I needed a detective hat. Let's see. We should be here. Alright, let's see. So we were figuring out whose tents are whose. So let's see. Alright, we know that is hers. This is probably his, right? He's... because it's got the thing outside here. So I'm assuming that's his. This has got like some mustache oil on it. Got a razor, some other stuff. Actually, maybe that's not the case then. Maybe that's his, because he's got a mustache and he looks like he's shaves. So maybe that's his, actually. Alright. Yeah, we know that is definitely, or almost certainly is Eliza's. She was the pilot. Yeah, we know that is almost certainly, his there, because he's the one who has the map, and that's his brand of, cigarettes, and the book he was carrying earlier, I believe. So we know that's his. Almost certainly. We know that's got to be hers, because, it's got, like, the sketches of, like, animals and all that kind of stuff, and that's her thing. But that might not be his, then? I feel like it probably is. Well, he's got the cigar case, right? So actually... that has cigars, so that's actually probably like that. Okay, that makes sense. I think that's correct for 1972. Now, whose are all of these? I assume we're going to have to figure it out by figuring out what they died of exactly and see what's in the places. Good, stressed and annoyed, but yeah, you're all right. Also, the hat equals good. Thank you. I thought I needed a little detective hat. You want praises? Ah, well, you're a very good puppy, Pip. Very good, sweet puppy. Alright, this is the captain's. Ada has red marks. Twerp slept on duty. Couldn't keep his eyes open for 4 measly hours. Penalty of death by withholding something. I am truly a genius. Almighty Dagon, I saw the dreaded spitflies again. Avert marks of the deadly disease from my body. Take others. The witch claims she has I assume that she has a preventative cure for the fever in her kit. If this is true, give poor Tom a sign. I think a red mark right there. They all have a little red mark there? Not all of them. It's a sorrowful thing that befell Walter Keene. I liked him. He never hit me, not even once. The drowsiness doth overtake me, and the witch proclaims herself stricken with illness. So both of these are talking about the witch. Alright, that's gotta be... Yeah, so this has gotta be hers, then. Which I think is what we surmised, yeah. Okay. Alright, I assume... That's probably yours, because that's the captain's quarters, and you're probably the captain, right? That's my assumption. So my punishment is the only reason I'm alive. So that's actually definitely not. That's not. He's not the. Because he's one of the ones being punished. Because something was deprived from him. And I guess that's why he's alive. Hey, Kochi, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. One of them is the killer. I don't know, it seems like they were given something to treat the things wrong with them. I swear I didn't know. So she gave them all something, but he was not given whatever that was. Which was supposed to be punishment. Couldn't sleep with the penalty of death by withholding something. So presumably... Like, they took something Let's see. So he died by suffocation. Looks like. Alright, because that's blue and spotted tongue there. It has a red skin tone, can be caused by high body temperature or oxygen oversaturation in the blood. Okay. Let's see, Adrenochrome. Hmm. Was that the stuff the Nerzeranth? No. Yeah, Nerzeranth. Neuraziranth. Whatever. So he took this mushroom, presumably thinking it was the yellow Amida, but it was actually clearly the wizard's hat, which has very high Neurazinth. Which is a hallucinogen. If overdose leads to extreme nausea. Non-fatal, though. So that couldn't have killed him, though, because it's non-fatal. Get you some of them shrooms. Just maybe don't take the wizard hat, because that's for experienced people only. Vomiting, high temperature, fever. Red pock marks, very high temperature, yellowing eyes. So what happened here exactly? Can't move. So clearly they all had something going on that was going to be fatal. But then whatever they were given actually killed them. I'm gonna assume you're the captain. If I had to guess, you're the captain. You're the captain. That doesn't play nicely with the hat, though. The hat just kind of floats there. Oh well, that's fine. You'll all just have to deal with it. Okay. Can we figure out who these other things... So he's got a watch. So the dreaded spit flies again. Avert marks of the deadly disease from my body. Take others. The witch claims she has a preventative cure for the fever in her kit. If this is true, give poor Tom a sign. Shoes. There are shoes there. He doesn't have shoes on. Let's see. So whose are you? I liked him. He never hit me, not even once. The drowsiness doth overtake me, and the witch proclaims herself stricken with illness. Okay, you're the sleepy one. So that means... There we go. Got it. Alright. That's something. We figured that out. Deaths. These factors show that the pirate death's crew was caused by this. These factors show that Antoine Spilsbury's death was caused by this. All right, let's see. All right. So... Alright, we need to see what modern science has to say about these symptoms. Okay, I don't think we can see... You never seen The Cringe either. Yeah, I added that just a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. I just found the... I was just messing with, like, the blend shapes for my face. And stumbled across that. I thought it was pretty funny. Let's see, they have bluish skin tone, which can be caused by a low body temperature or oxygen-deficient blood. So, low body temperature or oxygen-deficient blood. So it's probably... So they had a... It's one or the other. Low oxygen in the blood or cool body. Because their skin is blue. Red, like, bloodshot eyes. Red bloodshot eyes. Let's see. Very high temperature, yellowing eyes. That's definitely not it. Vomiting, high temperature, fever. So neither of them were bit by that. So if overdosed, overheats the body, damages all digestive system, fatal. That's not what killed the pirates, at least. If overdose, overheats body, no. If overdose, paralyzes lungs, fatal. If ingested, blocks organs' ability to receive oxygen from blood, causing suffocation, fatal. That could be... it. Stops heart. Anti-parasitic drug. If overdosed, causes extreme airway inflammation leading to blockage. Could be either. Cools body, damages liver, fatal. But it couldn't be that, obviously, right? Because, like, the others weren't sleepy. Only the one dude was sleepy, and he lived. Sleepy boy lived. So it's not the sleep drug. So it could be... ingested, blocks organs' ability to receive oxygen from the blood. It could be that, right? Because they could be blue because of the lack of oxygen. Or it could be the anti-parasitic drug, right? Which would kind of make sense then, if they were not marked by the insects. And obviously, the lady didn't take it. That's why she was. Morticium. Would be my guess for that. So, what else do we know? So they got, obviously, blue skin. What else? Too much oxygen in the blood. Suffocation. He died of suffocation, clearly. We can't really tell those... We can't really tell those from the pirates because we can't see any of their tongues. It can be caused by low body temperature or oxygen deficient in blood. Low oxygen in blood typically caused by blocked airways, lung malfunction, heart malfunction, miscellaneous. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if that's correct. We don't know that the bodies are cool. They could just be blue because of lack of oxygen. Because it could be one or the other. So there might be like another factor here that I'm not taking into account. Extreme airway inflammation leading to blockage, fatal. I'm assuming that's it. But my reason for assuming that is partly because it's an anti-parasitic drug. Well, let's see. Let's figure out what killed this guy here. Alright. Well, you know, so it was... Suffocation. And the red skin indicates high body temperature or oxygen oversaturation in the blood. Could be either. We see he took the hallucinogenic drug, but also that's non-fatal. So we know that's not what actually killed him. That may have caused something, but it didn't, you know, it may have done something here. So it was Neurazinth. If overdosed leads to extreme nausea, non-fatal. Hmm. Let's see. Extreme airway inflammation leading to blockage. If ingested, blocks organs' ability to receive oxygen from the blood, causing suffocation. If overdosed, stops heart. Fatal. A heart stimulant. So that would cause low oxygen in the blood, though. He has high oxygen in the blood. So, what would cause suffocation and too much oxygen in the blood? Red pock marks, very high temperature, yellowing of the eyes. Hard to tell if his eyes are yellowed. Maybe. Vomiting, high temperature, fever. Maybe. Hey Ray, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. If overdosed, overheats body, causes brain death. Paralyzes lungs, fatal. I mean, he did suffocate. So, possibly that. If overdosed, overheats body, damages all digestive system. So it could be that. Cause extreme airway inflammation leading to blockage, fatal. So something has to have simultaneous, something has to, whatever it is, like also increased his body temperature if he like is red but died from suffocation. So what caused the inflammation in the skin? So high body temperature or oxygen oversaturation. Overheats body, damages all digestive system, fatal. Could be that. Let's... Because it's oddly enough not the mushrooms that did it. Because it's non-fatal and only makes you extremely nauseous or nauseated. Fun fact: that's the difference between nauseous and nauseated. Nauseous means you are making other people feel nauseated. You feel nauseated, not nauseous. Fun fact. If ingested, blocks organ's ability to receive oxygen. So he has too much blood. Clearly. You reject my reality and substitute your own? How you doing, Zyre? Extreme airway inflammation leading to blockage. This is weird. It's weird, right? Like, he has both symptoms of, like, we know he's suffocated, but also his body temperature is very, very high. Oh, I thank you, Zyre. You're feeling a little nauseous? Oh, you have never made me feel nauseated, Zyre. Well, if you're feeling nauseous, that means that you are causing the feeling of being nauseated in others. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, it's like, what combination of what is the thing that actually killed him? Because it wasn't the mushroom. The mushroom didn't kill him. So what single thing raised his body temperature and made him suffocate? Retrieve it, you know, so... Could be Firaxin then, I guess, but then what caused the inflammation? The mosquitoes went into his mouth, possibly. We're close, at least. Okay, so that was the Firaxin. We know that. All right. This is the Firaxin. What I'm guessing is it's one of these that I'm missing here. If overdosed, causes extreme airway inflammation leading to blockage, fatal. I mean, that's my assumption. That could be wrong. I'm still 2 or fewer incorrect. What? What? Like, how is that possible? I'm sorry? Paralyzes lungs. That would make sense. Okay. It does look like this white liquid was, used. It's an anesthetic. Paralyzed the lungs. Blocked airways, lung malfunction, heart malfunction, miscellaneous. We can't see any of the pirates' tongues. Oh, it's probably this. No. We don't know if their intestines are damaged, right? How would we know? Is there... Let's see, is there an indication of this? What's our hint here? The sorrowful thing that befell Walter Keene. Drowsiness doth overtake me, and the witch proclaims herself stricken with illness. I saw the dreaded spitflies again, avert markings of the deadly disease from my body. Take others. The witch claims she has a preventative cure for the fever in her kit. If this is true, give poor Tom a sign. Did what was supposed to be done. Bastard got what he deserved, and what he wanted and what he deserved. What a jest. Heading back, Ada reports slight fever. Ada has red marks. Twerp slept on duty. Couldn't keep his eyes open for 4 measly hours. Penalty of death by withholding something. I am truly a genius. Hey, Dragoon. How you doing? This is the new DLC that just came out a couple days ago. Yeah, I think it might possibly be the last of the DLC too. But thank you, Dragoon. I will hydrate. Not sure, then. These factors show that the pirates' deaths were apparently the salt, huh? We know it's the salt because... like, if I put something else in that we know is wrong, like overheated body... Wait. What the hecky? Alright. So if we do... we know that... so we know that is the salt. We know this is correct. We know it's not overheated body. They have a cool body. No. They suffocated. No. Lack of oxygen in blood. Right. That's why they're blue. Alright, so we know one of those is lack of oxygen in the body. So what's this one? It's not overheated body. It's not too much oxygen in the skin. It's not a hallucinogen overdose. It's not suffocation. I don't see any indication on how we would tell if it was damaged intestines or nerve agents present. It is apparently that, but okay, how do we know that then? So that's correct. Okay. How were we to know it was nerve agent presence? What did I miss what clue did I miss for that? Maybe throw a chicken in there? Maybe. Let's see. An anesthetic. I don't actually know what clue I was supposed to get to hint to that. Manifest as dilated. Let's see. We can't see their tongues anyway, so we don't know. Oh, duh. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. It is right here. Manifest as dilated pupils, mixed up or heightened sensory oh my god, I'm an idiot. It is literally right there. Because they were all doing the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil thing, right? And they had dilated pupils. So it was either nerve agent or head trauma, and we know it wasn't head trauma. Okay, that was the thing I somehow looked at 100 times and missed. Okay, got it. Got it. Makes perfect sense. Okay. I feel dumb for having missed that. Okay. All right. So, in 1797, Ada Baker contracted, it was a scarlet fever, I think. Red pockmarks, very high temperature, yellowing of the eyes. Probably, like she's got the pockmarks. Said she had a fever, right? Yeah, okay. So Ada Baker contracted scarlet fever. To prevent themselves from getting ill, so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so, something, the stuff that she provided. Consumed the salt, right? All right. The names. So we need the names of the people. All right, we know not Radigan, not Myrtle, not Eliza, not Jasper, not Antoine. I forget the other dude's name. Hold on. Jasper Wilds. Yeah, no, we got Jasper, Antoine, Eliza, Ivan. Alright, so these are, of course, the people. We know it's not Ada. So we know it was everyone but Tom, right? The remaining crew member, Tom, was refused the salt, having slept on duty. Watch duty. However, the salt was let's see. I guess was poisonous. Like, whoops. So everyone but Tom died. And then in 1927, the body of Antoine was discovered. Let's see. Maybe we can still save him. Let's see. Yes, it seems someone is living here, but don't you see, Eliza? They are not attacking us. They are trying to scare us away. That means they are themselves afraid, so we needn't be. We should push on. Still, Jasper, Mr. Monocle is afraid. Okay, that's actually referring to... Yeah. That's referring to him. So this is actually the body of Ratigan. So it was it's Jasper is his name, right? Yep. Jasper wanted the expedition continued after the body of Ratigan Olita was discovered. To ensure that the expedition continued, I see Jasper killed Antoine with, what was it again? Faraxin. Not quite. Oh, I think it's so it's that Antoine wanted it to not go on. Yeah. I get it. So, Antoine wanted the expedition terminated after the body of Ratigan Olita was discovered. To ensure the expedition continued, Jasper Wiles killed Antoine's with the Faraxin. Somehow that's still not correct, though. Let's see, do we screw some names up back in the 1700s here? Twerp slept on duty, couldn't keep his eyes open. No, Tom is one of the ones that did die, I'm guessing. I saw the dreaded Spitflies again, avert marks. Yeah, because Tom was in here. This is Tom. Tom was in here. Or this was... So that's not Tom, rather. Alright, where did I get those names from, then? Oh, here we go. So Stefan is the name of the one that didn't die. Stefan's the one that lived. So Jasper, Tom... Okay, so we're close. Stefan was refused the salt, having slept on watch duty. However, the salt was that. So this is probably what I don't quite have right. She probably thought it was supposed to be something that it wasn't, right? Slept on watch duty. So we wanted the expedition terminated to the body of Rannigan. See, this part seems correct. That seems pretty correct. She almost certainly has scarlet fever, right? Saw the dreaded Spitflies again. Avert marks of the deadly disease from my body. Take the others. The witch claims she has preventative cure for the fever in her kit. Okay, so she thought it was. She thought it was Mordicum, an anti-parasitic drug, right? So is it... Remaining crew member, Stefan was... so... Okay. Like, she didn't... She obviously didn't realize what she was giving them. So... how do they want us to word this? Oh, it's Phyraxin. Duh. I was putting the wrong thing down. No, wait, duh. No. Yeah. Hmm. The remaining crew member was refused that, having slept on watch duty. Yeah. It's... So that seems to be correct. Yeah, that is what they wanted. It was poisonous. So what's not correct here, then? Hmm. We're on commercials, so all right, we can give this some thought while we wait on commercials. It's definitely scarlet fever, right? Like the red pock marks, and they're talking about, like, you know, they saw the Spitflies and everything, so like that all tracks. It's like, you know, it's gotta be, right? Scarlet fever. Let me see. So now two things exactly are wrong, then. Alright. Two things are... At least two things... Yeah, so two things exactly are wrong. We know this is incorrect. So is it not scarlet fever? The sorrowful thing that befell Walter Keene I liked him, he never hit me, not even once. Drowsiness doth overtake me, and the witch proclaims herself stricken with illness. So was he given the thing that, you know, the Frigg axe? Which is why he was EP? I don't think that's the case. That doesn't make sense, right? He was just simply refused the treatment. To prevent themselves from getting ill, the rest consumed the primordial... not the primordial, the prometyl salt. Pardon. The remaining crew member, Stefan, was refused the salt, having slept on watch duty. However, it was poisonous, so they all died. Yep. Wanted the expedition terminated. I mean, this could be back to this then, right? Nope, nope, that is definitely what it wants then. That is definitely Radigan Olita. It's gotta be Jasper that did it. There's no way it wasn't Jasper, right? It's definitely Jasper that did it, right? Maybe not? Hmm. Hmm. So wait. So now there's 3 things incorrect. We know 2 things are incorrect here. Ivan did it? What? What did I miss that Ivan did it? What? What did I miss that it was Ivan? What? That doesn't seem to make any sense. Okay, what did I miss here then? So we know that's his tent. He's got a cigarettes, a first aid kit. He's got, like, some kind of communication device here. Nice, like a magnifying glass, perhaps, like a shaving kit. Why would it have been Ivan that did it? What am I missing? To ensure the expedition... I get... did he want it continued? Like... He... Huh. That's so weird. Because we know Jasper's already killed. And he wants this to continue. He wants to return home. We can't refuse because he owns the ship. Surely you can see that as well as everyone else. So how on earth is it Ivan that did it? That's so strange. (1797) Ada Baker contracted scarlet fever. We're pretty darn sure that's all correct. Did she not contract scarlet fever? Because now we know two are correct. So was it not scarlet fever? What else would it have been? There's nothing else that makes sense. None of this is like... None of the rest of these are like diseases. This just doesn't... Some of this is just not adding up. Like, it has to be, right? Like... So the two things that are incorrect have to be, like, down here. You wanted the expedition continued. I thought I... So only one thing here is wrong somehow? Because we have to change, like, two things to get it to go to, like, more than two things are incorrect, right? Like, it's still two or fewer things incorrect. This is insane. This has to be Ada Baker contracting scarlet fever, right? Markers of the deadly disease from my body. Take the others. The witch claims she has... It's like, he got it. He got it. Tom got it. Deadly disease from my body. So... No, see, that's wrong now. So this is not the captain's tent. Do we know the name of the captain? It's not Ada, it's not Tom. So this has to be the home of Tom. Tom did... Saw the dreaded spitflies again. Avert marks of the deadly disease from my body. Take the others. The witch claims that she has a preventative cure for the fever in her kit. So yeah, that's Stefan. This is Stefan. I mean, it wasn't you, right? No. Slight fever. Very high temperature. She said slight fever. But also, like, what else is it? Like, it's the only, like, kind of disease that's kind of listed on here. She contracted what? Like, this doesn't cause the red pock marks. Vomiting, high temperature, fever. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? Let's see. The remaining crew member was refused it. However, the... She contracted nothing. She did? That is actually the case? She only caught it afterwards? That was like a shot in the dark. I was like, did she only catch it afterwards? Because that was the only thing that was then making sense after. Okay. I guess that is right. Hey, Canadian Demon King. How you doing? So yeah, she actually didn't have anything at first. Okay, that makes sense. Hey, Canadian Demon King. I'm glad you're well. All right. Wow, that was a tricky one. Oh, Ada Baker painted red spot. That's why there was the red paint on the... Oh, my God. Like, little slut. You could just barely tell there was, like, little bits of red paint on some of the tents. Ada Baker painted red spots on her face to convince the crew she had scarlet fever. As the ship's surgeon, she prescribed them all a prophylactic antidote. Prophylactic, whatever. Which was actually poison. Only Stefan survived, as Captain Triton had denied him the dose. Yep. When Antoine Spilsbury saw Radigan Olita's bloated body strung up like a scarecrow, he panicked and wanted to end the expedition. As the financier and ship owner, his decision would have been final. To prevent this from happening, Ivan Kearns laced Antoine's whiskey with a deadly pink paste, which he kept in his tent disguised as mustache wax. That's what I was supposed to put together. Wow, okay. That was a tricky one. Holy shit. Barely, okay. Interesting. Dear Quick Eye Steward, it has come to our attention that a new obsession has gripped Port Armando, the hunt for the legendary Captain Triton's treasure. We require you to proceed there immediately and investigate the matter thoroughly. Our sources suggest that the treasure may contain the fabled Lemurian artifact known as the Wishbloom. According to legend, the Wishbloom possesses the ability to grant wishes, though it does so in a perverse and twisted manner. Securing this artifact is of utmost importance to our organization. However, you are to exercise the highest degree of caution in its presence. We have enclosed a Lemurian text detailing the known properties and behaviors of the Wishbloom. Study it carefully. Finally, you will need to contact our initiate, whose details are provided over leaf. He will obey your orders and help you in this mission. Yours in the mask, Quick Eye Master. So, is this presumably to, you know, what's his face and the other guy there, I guess? The, okay. I see. Wishbloom, Old Bones and Old Sins. This is interesting. What is this actually going to be about? Because the Lemurian artifacts are not actually magical. They're just very advanced science. So how could something, like, grant wishes? Like, because the idol can't just, like, grant a wish. You have to know how to use it. Not that the idol has shown up at all yet in this particular chapter, but sort of makes sense. Alright, what's your deal, sir? Can't bear to part with the treasure, eh? Then you can stay with it forever. He looks an awful lot like the picture of the old lady. The back of the map had on it, huh? And that's the map. Okay. Captain's Journal. Our raid went off without a hitch. The Lemurians were no match for our steel. The treasure is ours. When I cracked open the chest, a potent, sweet scent poured out and filled the room. Pleasant though it was, it set off in me a fit of sneezing. Word of our attack has circulated. I have learned that the Seven Seas Company has ordered its naval forces to search all ships entering the company's harbors and to seize any Lemurian artifacts found on board. I know a place where we can hide the chest until this blows over. We'll set sail tomorrow. So yeah, that's definitely bears a strong resemblance there, huh? Let's see. Please, Triton, if he must be sentenced to death, can't we at least allow him a quick and painless end? Don't leave him in that hellhole. Don't fret, Ada. If he told true about those man-eating white alligators attacking them, his death will be quick. Otherwise, the Burke will get what he deserves. The Burke? You think the alligators may have been a lie, Cyril? Then maybe Jimpo is alive. Shouldn't we check? What do you think, Tom? You're very welcome to climb down into the grotto and find him, Stefan. I'm sure as hell not risking it for that bastard. He drew his lot and sealed his fate. Alright. So this is all Triton's crew. And that's that's presumably Triton himself, right? From the previous bit. Oh, okay. He's got the tattoos that would mark him as part of the secret society here. Captain, as this shall be our final meeting, I must say that you are sorely deficient in both elegance and intellect, and bear more resemblance to a brute than to a man. Oh, this is Walter Keane! That must be Walter Keane. Huh. Okay. He's got some shards of something in his boot there. Oh man, I'm gonna have to like go back over the entire timeline of these games at some point. Cause yeah, this is Walter Keane. Oh my god, there was like a message earlier in about how like, oh, thank you for like, you know, helping me out after the Reform Party like shit went down. So this is directly after that then. How interesting. You've no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, and he's got a fancy hat and everything. This is absolutely Walter Keane. Yeah, there it is. Sir Walter Keane Esquire is absolutely Walter Keane. Oh, okay. If you're unfamiliar with these games, you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Walter's gotten around. Alright. Some kind of jar. I assume that matches the shards on Walter's feet there. What did you say in your thing here? When I cracked open the chest, potent sweet scent poured out. Sure. Got alligators, all kinds of stuff. Okay. He's got an X. The man is not breathing. He's also got the glass on his feet. He... let's see. Well... he's got a key. And these are giving off... something. Alright. To the 1900s. What the devil is going on here? I've lived a long time, milady, much longer than most, and I can't honestly say my best years have been spent living this way. With the Wishbloom by my side, I feel wonderful. He's got green ink. He does have, like, the... is this... oh, my... like, is this still Walter Keane? He's got, like, the marks on his... like, this shell that he's wearing. So that's really it, huh? No wonder she wanted me to do it. Tell me, do you enjoy your life? Okay, yeah, we know Antoine's dead, and we know Ratigan's dead. I, Myrtle Song, hereby promise to give my share of the treasure to Eliza Swan if she is able to find the Wish Bloom. Yeah? Interesting. Eliza's still looking to take the lion's share of this. 45% of the expedition. This is some crazy shit. To whomever may find my cherished Wish Bloom, I have tried to keep you away, but clearly my efforts have been in vain. So concludes my explanation of the Wish Bloom's effect and the medium through which it acts upon its subjects. If you doubt what I have written here, brace yourself, then cast your gaze above the entrance. Do not be alarmed by my appearance, I mean you no harm. Sure. 5 of 6 bullets remain inside the pistol. I think we know where that one went, huh? Probably. Huh. They've got a ring too. Empty glass jar. Is this Myrtle? Got Myrtle's book. This weed grows thick and tall in dark caverns and hates sunlight. It is entirely harmless, but does get an inert slime all over everything it touches. I know it's down here somewhere, but where to even begin looking? We're surrounded by a thick wall of sorrel grass, any part of which could be covering it. Would be covering it. Yeah, could be covering it. It would take a lifetime to hack through all of this. We need to be sure of our direction. Person's not breathing. You don't say. What's this? What? Sabotaged. There's, what's his name there? See, he's done. He's gone. He also had a gas mask. Inside the gas mask, we see some red bits. Dr. Darren's Gragelin. Sure? 5 of 6 bullets remain inside the pistol. He got a shot off as well. Not breathing, you don't say. The Tommy Guns magazine is full. Altitude. Pressure in envelope. Engine 1, left propeller, up, increase power, down to reduce power. Inflate, deflate balloon, up to inflate, down to deflate. Engine 2, right propeller, up to increase power, down to reduce power. He was going, pretty hard and trying to surface quite quickly. Pressure in balloon is very high. Pressure in envelope, very high. Ansel, stop. Wait on nearby island. Stop. Ansel, stop. Wait on nearby island. Stop. When I have it, I will activate beacon. Stop. Fly to the beacon signal. Stop. Others may emerge from grotto with me. Stop. Bring Tommy. Stop. Ivan. Bring Tommy. Probably the Tommy gun. Yeah. The Treasure of Captain Triton. That's got a little more of the red in there. Ada Baker. She died in 1805. She lived a dangerous life, but always landed on her feet. So, like, good couple of years after that, this all went down. Like, they brought her back and buried her here. Okay. Sure. 50 kilograms, or 75 QFS. R104 radio beacon. 100 kilograms. Putridium. This inert vine is known for its foul and overbearing aroma, often likened to that of rotting eggs. It can be used to mask the scent of food, deterring wild predator and scavenger animals from detecting or approaching it. Or sorrel grass. This weed continuously releases fine, hook-shaped spores that can lodge themselves deep within the lungs, causing tissue scarring and damage. Okay. Knockout Monthly. Which type of boxer are you? What's your greatest strength in the ring? Speed and agility, strategy and tactics, or strength and power? Which weight class are you? Featherweight, middleweight, heavyweight? How do you generally win fights? Tire out my opponent, then strike. Depends on who I'm fighting, or knockout, of course. Total your score. The ghost, the wise man, or the ogre? He doesn't do math very well, does he? Because that's only 7 points. He doesn't math very well, does he? Grasslin, gentlemen, are you tired of being a disgusting slob? Do you have a mountain of weight you just can't shift? Your prayers have been answered. Take one pill with each meal and watch your figure transform. Dr. Darren's Miracle Fat Burning Pills. Not for men under 70 kilograms. Common side effects in lighter individuals include excessive hair loss and breaking out in purple spots. Man's not breathing. We recognize him from the Leg Cutter Gang in the first chapter there. I see. Okay. Use the left and right engine outputs to steer. Hydrogen provides lift as it is less dense than air. Use air balloon to regulate altitude. Max carry weight of 300 QFS. 1.5 QFS equals 1 kilogram. 300 times 1.5 equals 450 kilograms. Should be plenty. One would think. But then it looks like he wrote that himself in the red pen, and we know he's not good with math, is he? Eliza, Myrtle, can you hear me down there? He's got a little bit in there. Let's see. We've made it down. This place is teeming with that awful weed Myrtle showed us. Thank God she brought protective gear. Okay. All right, let's get to it. All right. This is going to be something, huh? So, hydrogen provides lift, as it is less dense than air. Use air balloon to regulate altitude. So less air, right? Well, actually, because hydrogen provides lift as it's less dense than the air. So more air actually would mean it would go down. Sounds strange, but I guess that makes sense, because less dense than air, right? So... and altitude is... Alright, let's see. Alright. This will be a little easier to start filling out right here. Let's see. So... max carry weight... So, we know the max carry weight is 300 QFS. It's 1.5, but 1 second here. So that is correct. It is 1.5. So 300 QFS would be 200 kilograms, right? So let's see. Excuse me. Pardon. All right. So we know Ansel is at least 90 kilograms. He's a heavyweight. Thank you. Thank you, Andy. Let's see. Now, how do we figure out Ivan's weight? Let's see. Yeah, see, he fucked that up. He totally fucked that up. Let's see. All right. Alright, he was taking Dr. Graceland's pills there. And it looks like he is... thank you for the raid there, Megami. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, raiders. Hey, Maddie, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, everybody. We love Maddie. Maddie's a sweetheart. While we're at it, yeah. Also, everybody, give Maddie a follow. They're an absolute sweetheart. But yeah, how you all doing? Hope you're all well. Thank you. But yeah, we're doing some detectiving. I love these games. I'm a huge fan of these games. So, why, thank you. I figured I needed a detective hat for when I'm doing these detective games, since we do a lot of them. I decided I needed a hat. Alright, let's see here. We know that, so Ivan must be over 70 kilograms in weight. But yeah, welcome, Raiders. If you don't know me, I'm Beige Samurai. Stream mostly retro and indie games. This is also occasionally dance games and hanging out in VR chat. And sometimes lectures in VR chat on philosophy, psychology, media analysis, that kind of stuff. You doing good? Saw what game I was playing and had to raid over because you love it dearly? Aw, thank you. I love the Golden Idol games very much. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Also, thank you, Zyre. So yeah, big fan of these games. Love them. So let's see. Treasure weight in kilograms. Do we know that? Do we know that? How do we know that? If we saw a thing on it, I don't recall, but we probably did. This is presumably the treasure, other than the wish bloom. Thank you for the follow, Megami, rather. But yeah, what were you streaming? What were you up to today? Let's see. So yeah, the treasure would have to be at least 100 then, because they were going to use that to pull it up. They weren't going to use that. So the treasure then must have been about 100. At least, so let's see, so that's, yeah, that greater than 100 kilograms. So at least 100. Or I guess at least, you know, over 50, right? If they couldn't use the 50 one. So, yeah, they exceeded 200. Total weight, Ivan plus Ansel plus Treasure would have been at least then... Math. 210 at least. Is that right? Yeah, 16 plus 5 would be 21. So yeah. Whoops. You're playing Tormented Souls, which is an odd survival horror. Oh. I'm not familiar with it. What's odd about it? If you care to share. Obviously, if you need to take care of yourself, do your post-stream care and all that, do feel free, of course. No need to stick around. I appreciate the raid and the follow, of course, but take care of yourself. The plot's the interesting bit. Should I take a look at it? I am going to be starting spooky games soon. So let's see. So let me see. So to ascend, you would deflate the balloon, weirdly enough, because the balloon contains air, which is denser than the hydrogen. So deflate balloon. To descend, you would inflate. No. Yeah. Wait. No. Yeah. Yeah. Inflate the balloon actually makes you less dense. Weirdly enough, because the balloon is filled with air. As opposed to the more dense hydrogen. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? It's presumably... Does that make sense? Where's the... Well, the hydrogen doesn't go anywhere, though, right? So there's still the same amount of hydrogen in there. So the hydrogen isn't escaping, right? So maybe that's not correct. Inflating the balloon isn't pushing the hydrogen out, right? So maybe my assumption there was incorrect, since it's not replacing the hydrogen with air. I don't know. I guess we'll figure. We'll see. We'll see. So let me think here. So to turn left... Oh, we gotta add starting in a couple of minutes. Once they do, we'll take a little break. Yeah, no, the plot gets a bit odd about halfway into the game or so, and if old school style survival horror is my vibe, then you'd recommend checking it out. I do like me some retro style games. Retro and indie is kind of my jam. When I'm not doing VR and stuff like that. So presumably to turn left, right, you would need the right engine output, right, to be more than the left, is how that would work, to turn left. And then so vice versa. Okay, that is correct. All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right. I feel smart. Okay. Let's start getting these events. Let's see what we can do. All right. So in 1797, blank blanked the blank, so he was tasked with entering the grotto together with blank. They hid the treasure in a cave. Inside the cave, someone or something killed so-and-so, so-and-so, then something to the something. Before exiting, someone somethinged the something in a something. But because something was caught and sentenced to death. Alright, well, we know that the person that was sentenced to death here is Walter Keane. If you've not played this particular chapter of the DLC, but you're familiar with the other games, this is a bit of spoilery. Oh, we have ads going, actually. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go run to the bathroom really quick, refill my drink. So, be back in just a moment. Alright, and we're back. I should say, if you haven't played this far into the DLC and you and you are familiar, there's a very familiar name here. So, mild spoiler, I guess. But, because we know that is Walter Keane. Let's see. So let's see, what happened here exactly? You've watched me play this for hours and you're still lost on the plot? Well, there's a lot in all of these games in general. The games span, like, centuries. The lore is getting quite complex at this point. I should try to, like, succinctly sum them up at some point. But that's kind of hard to do. Let's see. Alright. So our raid went off without a hitch. The Lemurians were no match for our steel. The treasure is ours. When I cracked open the chest, a potent sweet scent poured out and filled the room. Pleasant though it was, it set off in me a fit of sneezing. Word of our attack has circulated. I have learned that the Seven Seas Company has ordered its naval forces to search all ships entering the company's harbors and to seize any Lemurian artifacts found on board. I know a place where we can hide the chest till this blows over. We'll set sail tomorrow. All right. So... Jacques Triton attacked... Followed, poison, shot, lost, sabotage, activated, removed, stole, rigged, maybe stole, seed mass, restrained, wrapped, transformed. Stole the treasure... So he was tasked with... No, that wouldn't be it. We're not talking about Jacques having stolen the treasure from the Lemurians. That's not what this is getting at. So in something... So he was tasked with entering the grotto together with Walter Keane. Let's see. Please, Triton, if he must be sentenced to death, can't we at least allow him a quick and painless end? Don't leave him in that hellhole. Don't fret, Ada. Hey, Necro. Thank you for the resub. Welcome, welcome. Don't fret, Ada. If he told true about those man-eating white alligators attacking them, his death will be quick. Otherwise, the Burke will get what he deserves. The Burke. The Burke. You think the alligators may have been a lie, Cyril? Then maybe Jimpo is alive. Shouldn't we check? What do you think, Tom? You're very welcome to climb down into the grotto and find him, Stefan. I'm sure as hell not risking it for that bastard. He drew his lot and sealed his fate. Okay, let's see. They drew lots. To see who would go down. So, it was Jimpo is the guy's name? Jimpo Jenkins. He lost the lots? Now, Walter Keane rigged the lots, is what it looks like happened, right? Because the circle, 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 circle. But then you see Walter Keane as little X's cut out, little notches cut out of him. So he rigged the lots, I'm assuming. This is what it looks like to me. Rigged the lots. Okay, yeah. Inside the cave, Jimpo. No. Something killed Jimpo. So Walter Keene, then something to the something. Okay, so inside the cave, presumably it's these things killed. Well, something definitely. Let's see. Did Walter do it? Walter, did you kill him? Walter, did you kill him? Did you kill him and wipe your hands of the blood and everything right there? Is that what this is, Walter? Thank you, Dragoon. I think Walter killed this. I think Walter killed Jimpo. And then stole the treasure here. Because he had it under his hat. Before exiting, he hid it in his hat? Is what it looked like he did there? Or possibly... Are you not getting stream audio? You didn't hear the alert? Or game sounds? Oh, jeez. Has that been happening the entire time? That's weird. You should be getting audio. Have we not gotten an audio, like, the rest of the time? Huh. But you were getting it earlier. Huh, so it was working earlier or it wasn't working earlier? Because I don't think I hit anything. I could turn this up if it's quiet. Let's see, what if I do this? It is pretty quiet right now, to be fair. Let's see, how about that? Are you hearing the music now? Should be. You don't hear music. That's very strange. You should be. So it was earlier, but it's not now? Huh. Wait. How about... Well, it's very quiet right now, but let's see. Right now, it's very, very quiet, but... Let's see. Let's really crank that. Since it's being very, very quiet right now. Boy, it's being incredibly quiet right now. Here, let me see. Let's do a little test thing here. You didn't hear the notifications either, huh? Let's see. Did you hear that? That's so weird. Why is it doing that? That's so strange. You should be getting the audio that I'm getting. And I heard it. That's weird. That's just so strange because like I'm seeing it in my audio mixer as like the things should be working. I don't know. That's very strange. I guess real quick, let me know if like I'm gonna go to the BRB screen real quick. Let me know if it if you're hearing the BRB music. No music either. Huh. That's so strange. I don't know what... Like, I didn't, you know, I'm seeing the stuff in my audio mixer, like, showing that it's going, and I'm capturing those sources. I don't know. That's very strange. I don't know how to fix that, then. I'm doing absolutely nothing different. Yeah, no, it's not muted in the mixer. Like... Yeah, well, I don't know why it would be doing that. Alright. Let me just try something real quick. I'm going to try cutting stream real quick, reload it up like real quick, see if there's just something weird going on with OBS. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.